Today we're here for a memorial conference in relation to honour-based killings and honour-based violence. It's been organised by Savera UK, who are the charity set up to help victims of domestic violence, honour-based violence, forced marriage, etc. in the BME community.
It's about remembering all those individuals who's killed in the name of so-called honour. It's an annual event. It's celebrated on the 14th of July. The 14th of July is used after the date of birth of Shafilea Ahmed, who was killed by her parents in front of her sibling, just a few miles from Liverpool in Warrington.
I've dealt with more honour killings than anybody in the world, probably about 100. And that's largely because I was national lead in tackling this issue for a decade. I organised the very first national conference on the subject back in 2004. But victims groups would come up to me and say, Nazir, we've got a problem, can we deal with it? And my responsibility was to act upon what they shared with me.
We've been working with Savera for the last 2 to 3 years. We realised that we had the same passion about the same areas of work, and we support them in assisting their clients who are usually victims or potential victims, and they support us by giving us education, training, and helping us with the practical needs that our clients require.
If there's any good news in this, it's that the rest of the world actually think we're the best at tackling this. Because we started 10 years ago.
This is the 3rd year, because there's been a lot of campaigning and stuff to the government because they wanted to hold this as a national where people can do, remembering them and stuff. So this is the 3rd year.
I think there's been about 100 attendees today. There's been presentations from Merseyside Police, from Wirral Council, from ourselves MSB, from Savera themselves, and we also were privileged to watch a video recording of the survivors of honour-based violence and their reflections on their stories.
It's been reported in the last 5 years there's about 29 cases has been reported either through the police or media that either being killed or being attempted to be killed.
When it becomes apparent that a client needs legal advice and they are able to come to us and seek help, they may not always have the practical support in place, and that's when we refer them to Savera. Similarly, when clients go to Savera in the first instance and they need legal advice, then Savera can refer them to MSB, and we've got a specialist team who are fully trained and available to help, fully aware of all the cultural issues and the specialist advice which is required in these particular cases.
When I started this work, nobody really understood how big it is, and people used to think, oh no, we don't have this issue in our cities, so I don't know what you're doing. It only happened to certain communities, and I had to challenge that, and through me kind of kept asking the question, to now people are taking it seriously.
And that's why multi-agency work, partnership working is absolutely key here, because people do not share information.
One of the issues that came out of the conference today, and which all the speakers referred to, was co-working, the cohesion of services that we all provide. So that involves police, local authorities, ourselves MSB, Savera and other support organisations. It also includes people like health and education departments. We all need a greater understanding of each other's roles and how we can support each other in providing a better service to these clients.
So you have to recognise that education is key, that we've got to work with the youngest groups that we can possibly think of, that we've got to be relentless. That's how we will tackle this problem generationally and ultimately.
And people are making changes. Now I can phone social services or the police, and I know they will consider these as an immediate risk. There is still a long way. See more people who want to make their services better. So to me, that's positive.